Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 25 December 2025. It's Christmas night. And Merry Christmas to all of you. It's also a Thursday night at 9 o'clock. That means it's time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have for all of you night dads who have put the Christmas festivities to bed and you can't sleep, so you tuned in to another hour plus long knife sale spectacular on Christmas. So I tried to populate it with some knives for us. So I think you're going to enjoy it. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video. Also, in that all-important video description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one is entitled A Primer for Buyers. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale, and it contains lots of information which will be valuable to you if you're new to this weekly event in navigating and completing purchases and understanding why we do things and how we do things every Thursday night. The second link is the other side of the coin. It's called FAQs for Consignors, and that one would pertain to you if you're interested in using this weekly sale as a vent to move along some of your collection. It explains how this process all works from the consignor's perspective. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. This is a great time to send in knives for sharpening because backlog is rather low, and I'm having a free return postage promotion going on from now till the end of January. Some restrictions do apply, but just hit me up in the email and I'll tell you how that works. Or you can go watch my video on that, which I did a few weeks ago. Also in the description at the very bottom, of course, is why you all came. It's the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. Now, in that pricing column, you will generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the sale video. The price on the right is the price as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be next day sharpening this week for the first 3 knives purchased to be sharpened in tonight's sale. So those first 3 will ship tomorrow, the 26th, along with all of the as shown sold inventory. If you fall outside the first 3, not to worry, your knife will ship in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point in lieu of pricing for a given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it about anything marked sold. I think that's it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we've got some leftovers to work through from last week. Here's the first among them. It's from Koenig. Comes in the magnetic flip-top box. You know how that works. Lots of foam in there, a little cleaning cloth. Got a certificate of authenticity that lists this knife as an Arius in CTS XHP with a 6AL4V titanium handle, built December 30th of 2017. Here is the knife. It is in the Style 57 mill pattern on the all-titanium handle. It is a steel inserted titanium frame lock with a right-hand tip-up milled titanium clip and a titanium backspacer as well with a little lanyard hole. It is a ball bearing flipper. Comes out like a rocket. The blade is stonewashed CTS XHP. It looks like it had a hand rubbed satin from the beginning. Now, I did sharpen this knife and had a little tip repair to do from some previous poor sharpening. It is quite sharp at this point. Blade length on the Arius is 3 9/16. The handle's 5 1/8. There is your lock engagement. It is beautifully secure. Free dropping blade. Beautifully centered. Squared away, but I would call this a user, just because some prior work on the blade. So it's going to be considerably less expensive than most used Ariuses on the market. Sold listings on eBay for these range between $686 and somewhere around $2,000. We ran this one a week ago Thursday at $675, didn't sell. Dropped it to $640 last weekend. It's still here this week, $575. Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. No need to sharpen. The Arius from Koenig. Next, we have us a real beast from Zero Tolerance. Hard to read that faded label, but it's a ZT0456 BW Sinkovich in 20 CV blade steel and a completely blackwash finished blade and handle. It is the stubby Sinkovich from ZT. Beautifully milled handle, and it wears that blackwash so well, and the blackwash flatters the milling. Pocket clip is ambidextrous tip up. Mechanism as a steel inserted titanium frame lock. Opens with a flipper. Blade rides on ball bearings. There's your blackwash 20 CV blade. 3 1/4 inches of blade, 4 1/2 inches of handle. There's your lock engagement. Nothing wrong with that. It is wearing an Apostle P edge with very minor use on it, I would say. Whoops, my fault. We'll call this near mint in box, sharpening noted. They are now discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail price of $240. Sold listings on eBay right now ranging between $208 and $337. One of those knives that seems to have gone up in value a little bit since it was discontinued. We ran this one last week at $195 on Thursday, down to $180 for the weekend last week. This week's priced to sell at $155. No need to sharpen. $155 for the 0456 BW from ZT. Next up, this is just a crying shame right here. Leftover from last week, we have a cold steel Recon 1 Tanto. I think it's like the right one. Why is it still here? We have the coarse peel ply black G10 handle scales, free of any liners of any kind. It doesn't need them. The pocket clips are curved, and you get one for right hand, one for left hand because they're curved. There might be some tiny little chips out of the very edge of the clip, maybe. I thought I saw them earlier, but anyway, can't seem to find them now. Opens with thumb studs. The pivot and the blade ride on a cocktail of Teflon and phosphor bronze washers. We have a 3 15/16 inch long blade in S35 VN, beautifully satin finished with a gorgeous black PVD coating. Triad lock mechanism. Blade centering is slightly to the bottom as you're looking at it. I called it close. Action, beautiful. Lock up is triad lock solid. Condition very near mint in box. These are currently available new for a web retail price of $130. We ran this one last week at $85. Didn't sell, dropped it to $75. Are you kidding? I'm not kidding. It's still here. Your price this week, shipped priority mail, $69. $94 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the cold steel Recon 1 Tanto. Next, from our friends at Civivi, we have a model number C904DS-2 Plethiros with the golden sandalwood handle and a Damascus blade. Pretty slick little stainless steel liner lock knife. Kind of a Sunday go to meeting knife, wouldn't you say? See if I can get the camera to pick up the milling. There are 2 levels on that wood. You've got a raised portion that runs through here, and then The flanks are recessed a bit. The pocket clip will be deep carry tip up and ambidextrous. It is a ball bearing flipper. Look at that sexy thing. The Civivi Damascus. The blade is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 7/16. Stainless steel liner lock, locking up securely, maybe just a tad over 50%. Blade drops freely on ball bearings. It is perfectly centered and locks up rock solid. Condition on this knife, near mint to like new in box. There is no inner pouch, by the way. This model is discontinued and out of stock. When they were last available, they had a web retail price of about $120. We ran this one last Thursday at $70. Didn't sell, dropped it to $60 for the weekend. This week's price, $50. Like it is, $70 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available. That's the Plethiros in sandalwood and Damascus from Civivi. Next. Guys, somebody gets a steal on this knife this week. It's from Tops. It is the Brakimo with the gray tungsten epoxy coating over the blade. You see that? I do. So you have your standard Kydex Tops sheath. You got your standard steel Tops swiveling clip. This has got a leather dangle attached if you want to go for a low carry. Here's the knife. For Bushcraft Global, the Brakimo. 1095 blade. I'm going to call that a low saber grind with a micro bevel. I wouldn't call that a Scandi. OD green canvas micarta scales that have some milled grooves and some bow drill divots and some dark red liners. Blade length on the Brakimo is 5 3/16. The handle is 4 13/16. Very nice in the hand, as you'd expect. Condition, we'll say, is near mint to like new in baggy. You got a whistle and everything in there. Web retail for these currently available at $215, brand new plus tax. We ran this one last week at $140. It did not sell. We dropped it to $125 for the weekend. It's still here. Somebody gets a heck of a deal this week. $115, like it is $140 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Brakimo from Tops. Next, we have the last two leftovers from last week, and we're going to sell them as one combo. And we're going to call it the K-Bar Camillus combo. So the first knife you're going to get is the K-Bar that comes in this box, the Becker D2 folder. Okay. The Becker D2 folder. Glass fiber or glass reinforced nylon scales in gray. Pocket clip will be 4-way positionable deep carry wire. Blackened stainless steel liner. Knife opens with thumb studs. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Got a robust clip point blade in D2. 3 9/16 blade, 4 15/16 handle. Nice detent. Great opening action. Not free dropping, but great. Blade centering will be perfect. Lockup is rock solid. Then you're going to get this blast from the past, the Camillus Sizzle Assisted Opening Liner Lock. FRN handle. Nested steel liners. Spring assist with a flipper tab, little combo edge blade, and AUS 8, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. 2.5 blade, 3 1/8 handle. Stainless steel liner lock has the folded over and grooved release platform, right? Locks up rock solid. Centers up perfectly. It's kind of the last effort of the dying old Camillus before they were bought out. And these are pretty good knives. I had one in the larger size and I can't remember the name of it. Anyway. So let's see. The full-size Boker D2 folder runs between... what the heck? They're about $40 new, and they're discontinued, not a stock. So we ran this knife last week at 45 and dropped it to 40. The Camillus, long discontinued, not a stock. There was one user with no box that sold on eBay at $40. So we ran this one like new in a box for 40. It didn't sell. So they ran at 45 and 40. Then we dropped them to 40 and 35 last weekend, which would be 75. This week, both knives, $55. All in, shipped priority mail, plus 20 each if you would like either or both of them sharpened. That is the Ka-Bar Camillus combo. Next up is our final leftover from last week, and it's a monstrosity. Look at this, guys. Ooh. From Ka-Bar, Master Series, and Boker Knife and Tool, we have the BK21 Reinhardt Kukri. Comes in a polymer reinforced nylon sheath. The knife sort of comes out the back. And you've got, I think that's 3/16 stock. A saber ground Kukri. 13 1/4 inch blade. 5 1/2 inch handle with Hylon scales. The blade steel is 1095. It's finished in a black epoxy, and it looks like they had some surface prep issues. I got some bubbling and some dulling, but like I said, guys, if you use this knife for what it was intended, you're going to care less about the coating. Trust me. So it's very near mint in box with the sheath. They're $175 web retail, brand new. We ran this one last week at 120, didn't sell, dropped it to 105 for the weekend. It didn't sell. Let's go $95 all in, shipped priority mail. Guys, it's going to cost $25 to mail that box, which is included, right? Yeah, so yeah. 95 like it is, 130 if you'd like my edge on the Ka-Bar Tops BK21 Reinhardt Kukri. And that'll bring us to the fresh stuff for this week, and we're going to start off with another little combo deal. We're going to call this the Ka-Bar Boker combo. So I just showed you a few minutes ago that BK40 Boker folder from Ka-Bar. I've got one that's going to come not in a factory package, but in a nice soft pouch. It's the Ka-Bar BK41 mini folder, and this comes with like a flat dark earth set of GFN scales. 4-way positionable deep carry wire clips, stainless steel liners blackened, and a satin blade in D2. 2 7/8 blade, 3 15/16 handle. Solid and robust lockup. Blade centering on this one. It could probably be a little better. Maybe I could tighten that pivot just a little. Maybe. I don't know if that's better. Anyhow, absolutely a Rat 2 competitor, wouldn't you say? I would. Whoops. So you got that. And then you get this from Boker. Not Boker Plus, Boker Zollingen. It is the model 121433 Packlight. A little skeleton tang fixed blade in a Kydex sheath. Beaded chain included if you want to net carry it. Nice little swedged spear in CPM Magna cut. Blade length is 2 5/8. The handle's 3 7/16. Pretty cool. So let's see. These would have sold for $43 web retail. These are available right now for $99 web retail. So what is that, $142? If you went and bought these both brand new, let's go for the pair, $85 plus 20 each to sharpen on the K-Bar Boker combo. Next up, we got another combo deal for you. We will call it the K-Bar CRKT combo. This box houses another one of those BK41 mini folders. Flat dark earth polymer scales, 4-way positionable. Deep carry wire clip. Blackened stainless steel liners. It is a liner lock mechanism. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Blade length is 2 15/16. The handle length is 3 15/16. It's near mint to like new in box. Beautiful action. Rock solid lockup. Centering off just a tick. I think it's closer than the first one. And then from CRKT, you're going to get the Model 421 Razzlecliffe, designed by John Graham. Is that spring assisted? It is not, man. Look at that. Whoops. Just a ball bearing flipper. Works great. You have a main edge and a front edge on the Razzlecliffe. Blade steel is HCR 13 MOV. Everything is tumbled DLC or something like that. Stainless steel frame lock, right hand tip up, deep carry clip. Nice little mill pattern. Lockup is dead rock solid. Ball bearing action is smooth and free. Centering is about perfect. Condition will be like new in the box. So $43 brand new, $29 brand new, plus tax and postage. We're just going to sell you the whole shooting match, all in, shipped priority mail, nothing left to pay. $45 for the pair, plus 20 each if you'd like either or both of them sharpened. That's the K-Bar CRKT combo. Next up, we got a classic from Kershaw and Ken Onion. Remember that box? The old silver and red, white, and blue Kershaw Made in USA box. Inside, we have the model 1585 GRY Baby Boa, designed by Mr. Onion. I don't know why this wasn't an Onion series knife, but it's not. We have sort of a natural sandblasted set of gray aluminum scales, a little window to the speed safe spring. How about that? Yeah. So between the liner and the scale is the pocket for the spring. Watch it move in the window. Yeah. Super cool. This was made April of 2006. 440A blade. Very oniony. The blade length is 2 inches. The handle is 2 13/16. Stainless steel liner lock, locking up just perfectly. It is rock solid. There is a safety also. It's not mounted down here. It's mounted up here. The old standard Kershaw speed safe safety. Blade centering looks pretty doggone nice. The action and lockup are perfect. Condition will be near mint to like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock, and unobtainium. They did make a red and black handled version, which is a coating over the aluminum. Then they must have made a blue million of them because there were probably 10 or 15 sold listings for that red and black handled one on eBay. And they did between 55 and 124. This one you can't find. Let's do it at 60 like it is, 85 with an ApostleP edge on that little recurve spear point. The Baby Boa from Kershaw, 2006. Next up, we got one from Hogue. I bet I teased you about this yesterday. It is the unnecessarily long model number 54135-EXLRSK. Okay, guys, if all of them are EXLRSKs, you don't need it in the model number. I'm just saying. Anyway, it is an RSK Mark 1 G2 automatic with the purple, gray, and black layered G mascus, or layered G10, the trademark sunburst pattern milling with the checkering in the midsection, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip in stonewash stainless steel, button lock auto with safety. There's your beautiful Doug Ritter blade in CPM Magna Cut. 3 3/8 blade, 4 3/4 handle. Unbelievable ergos, of course. Now, I'm going to say that the button is a little lazy, meaning it's getting a little hung up in the liners just because it's new. So when it opens, if you just wiggle the blade a little bit, the vertical play kind of goes away as that button creeps out. I think as you use it, that will mitigate, but it's definitely not affecting anything. Just sort of an issue with the design of a button lock, especially when you black oxide coat the liners. But it'll all burnish up just fine. I'm going to call it like new in box. Available new for $220 web retail. This one, $165. Yes, $165. Like it is, $190 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the Hogue Ritter RSK Mark 1 G2 automatic in purple and Magna Cut. Next up, got one from the Mouse. The Giant Mouse Ace series. This one is the Biblio, designed by Jens Anso and Jesper Voxness. Just a beautiful little pocket knife. OD green canvas micarta scales. Stainless steel liner lock, ambidextrous, tip up, deep carry wire clip, ball bearing pivot, and a flipper. I suppose you could open it with that hole too, can you? Yeah, you can. Stonewash blade in L Max, 2 13/16 inches in length. The handle's 4 inches. Early lockup on that stainless steel liner lock, and it is rock solid. Hey, the finger choil's actually usable. Super smooth ball bearings. Perfect centering. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Made in Italia. These are out of stock currently. And when they were last available, I think they were $195 web retail. Let's do this one at $135 like it is, $160 with an ApostleP edge. The Giant Mouse Ace Biblio. Next, from Lionsteel. We have an SR22A red and satin. SR22A red and satin. So this would be the updated knife from the SR2, right? Those were a little different mill pattern on the integral aluminum frame, and those had Teflon washers. These have ball bearings and a little nicer setup altogether. Your aluminum frame lock, yes, aluminum frame lock works just fine. Does have a hardened steel insert and the roto block mechanism. Pocket clip, tip up, ambidextrous and deep carry, beautifully satin finished. Got a carbide glass breaker in your tip screw, in your clip screw. Knife opens with a flipper on ball bearings. Gorgeous swedged drop point in Sleipner, beautifully satin finished, with a convex factory edge. Moletta design. 3 1/8 blade, 4 1/8 handle. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. No slip, no stick, and perfect centering. That is squared away, my friends. Condition will be near mint in box. discontinued, out of stock. When these were last available, they had a web retail price of $145. Sold listings on eBay all the way down to $85 for kind of a beat-up user, up to $155 for a nice one. Excuse me. This one, let's do it $110 like it is. $135 with an ApostleP edge. The SR22A from Lionsteel in red. Next up, you're seeing double. We have a pair of Gerber Applegate Fairbairn Covert folders. We have a first production knife and a regular production knife, both of the same vintage. So we'll open this one first. Yeah, we will. We'll just open it. So based on the fixed blade Applegate Fairbairn dagger that was also produced by Gerber and a couple other people, you have this folder. Interesting knife. I've got the big brother to this knife. Some of you may recall. Rex Applegate and W.E. Fairbairn. Very early, obviously, because it's a first production run knife, in ATS 34. So you've got that bayonet ground spear point. False edge is false on the top. 3 3/4 blade. 4 7/8 handle. Fiberglass reinforced nylon handle. You can see this has been a bit of a user. Been in the pocket a little. There's some pocket lint. Stainless steel liner lock is late but still working just fine. And there's actually a safety. On the thumb ramp, there's this little thingamajob here. When you push that forward, like you're bearing down on the knife, guess what? You can't release the lock. You pull back on it, and you can. Pocket clip will be ambidextrous tip down, by the way. So we're going to call this one excellent no box with sheath. Then you have this one, same knife, but it's a production version. I think the action's a little better, the blade's in better shape, but no first production run. This one we'll call near mint. And that one's a little off center. I don't know how this one is. This one's better. So here's what we're going to do. And they're long out of stock in this configuration. So this is a first production run knife, but it's probably in excellent condition. This is a regular production knife in near mint condition. $90, take your pick. 110 sharpened. So a little more rare, but not in as good a shape. Less rare and very good shape. Both $90 each, 110 to sharpen. Next up, while we're talking about vintage stuff, we got a Leatherman for you. Well, which Leatherman is it? Well, it's the Leatherman tool. Yeah. Yes, there was a time when there was just a Leatherman, and this is it. U.S. registered trademark, Portland, Oregon, made in the USA. Stamped steel handle with your measuring scale on either side, centimeters and inches. Is that right? Or am I lying to you? No, yeah. See, it's all one continuous scale if you lay it flat like that. Mm-hmm. You got needle nose pliers with wire cutter. You got a little clip point blade. The tool's all clump except for the blades. 2 sizes of flat blades and an awl over here. Phillips tiny screwdriver can opener. and a file on that side. And somewhere there's a very tiny place to put a split ring in to put on your key ring. Near mint, no box, with sheath. Gotta be worth $60. That's your price. $80 with my edge. On the vintage OG Leatherman tool. Time to turn the page. Next up, this is pretty cool. So the guy who got me into knives when I was about 9 years old, my Uncle Butch, used to carry one of these in his gym bag. Now, the gym bag that Butch carried was not for going to the gym. It had knives, firearms, sharpening material, contraband. When I got old enough, I bought a gym bag too because I wanted to be like Butch. But he always had one of these in his gym bag. It is a Gerber 8-inch Sportsman's steel with scabbard. Beautiful piece of leather. Go on the belt if you want it to. Inside is this. So some of these were made out of carborundum, some from carbaloy. So basically, it's a super hard piece of carbide. Chromium carbide with some ferrous material thrown in. 8 inches long. Chisel at this end if you need to scrape something. So if you notice, the edges are crowned. And they have grooves. So that would be more for your coarse sharpening, right? And then the sides are flat and glass beaded. Those would be your fine. And guys, when I say coarse, I don't mean coarse. I mean the coarse end of fine, right? Great touch-up tool. We all used to use them back in the day. And let's see. One sold listing on eBay for this exact tool with the box and everything did $71 shipped. This one you can have for $50, all in. Shipped priority mail. That is the Gerber 8-inch Sportsman's steel. Next up, oh guys, we have one from Camillus and Becker Knife and Tool. It's the BK9 Combat Bowie. Black and green ballistic nylon sheath. It's also got a front pouch with elastic retention. I don't think there's anything in there. Got a cross strap, and we got that thing of beauty. The Ethan Becker stubby clip. And look at the Becker Knife and Tool Combat Bowie. Camillus, New York, USA. Yeah. The scales are GFN and they're removable. The blade is 9 1/8. The handle is 5 9/16. Classic Ethan Becker stuff right here. The condition is near mint, no box. Apparently these are kind of sought after because I found one sold listing on eBay with box. This one does not have a box, but that one did $310 shipped. This one, let's go $225 like it is. $255 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Camillus Becker Knife and Tool BK9 Combat Bowie. Easy for you to say. Next up. This is an interesting knife. So it's from CRKT, and it's their model number 2125 Ultima Tactical Fixed Blade. And this sheath system is called the 360 sheath. I got split belt loops. I got a run of molly attachment. I got this thing, which looks like a leg strap. I got a front pouch. got some paracord for lashing. I got a knife even. Look at that. A very cool Tanto. Glass bead blasted. 4116 stainless from Krups. Made in Taiwan. There's your 360 logo. I think that's the sheath designer's mark. You've got a handle. Textured GFN glass-filled nylon. I love how that wraps the spine of that full tang. Pretty cool. It's sort of comfortable, actually. 6 11/16 is your blade length. 4 7/8 is your handle. We'll call it near mint, no box. They are discontinued and out of stock. Now, what makes this knife special, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Sold listings on eBay range between $65 and $265. Obviously, the one for $65 was kind of a turd. Why does this knife that probably sold for $100 when it was new, why are they doing $265 on eBay? Well, because Rick Grimes of The Walking Dead carried this knife. That's why. So this one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $85 like it is, $120 with an Apostle P edge. The ultimate tactical fixed blade from CRKT. Next up, oh my. You guys have no idea how hard it is to let you buy this. It's very special. Jarheads weigh in. If you've been issued a K-bar, and a Camillus K-bar, and you have experience with both, let me know your thoughts, because my thoughts are the Camillus knives are way better. And this R1, battle proven since 1943. It is the 5685B Marine Corps fighting knife made by Camillus Cutlery, Camillus, New York. Look at that. That sheath, nearly pristine. I think we just have some marks from where the blade goes in. But guys, look at that. Here is your genuine Parkerized 1095 blade. Got your big swedge, your big fuller, a very slightly hollow grind, sharpened clip. Now the crossguard and pommel are also steel and Parkerized, but you'll see that the leather washers are winning over the Parkerized coating just from being around for 100 years. Blade length is 6 15/16. The handle is 5 inches. It is very near mint in box. Sold listings for this model on eBay range between $121 for a beat-up user, all the way up to $183 for one probably this nice. I lost my felt from the back side of my snap, doggone it. Right there it goes. Not that it's necessary. Anyhow, your price for this one, $125 like it is, $155 with my edge. The Camillus Marine Corps fighting knife. Next up, oh guys, another save me from myself moment. That is an odd looking Benchmade box. What's inside there, I wonder? Ooh, another box. Inside all that, we have this. A rare kitchen knife from Benchmade. I like this scabbard, by the way. It's just enough retention to stay on there, but it's easy to get off. Look at that. It's the 4010 station knife in CPM 154 steel. That stock sub 1/8 inch. Little swedge at the top. Full flat ground. Super skinny behind the edge. I mean, I'm going to say 15, 16 thousandths. Just beautiful. Beautiful in the hand. Oh, man. Look at the stonewash on that CPM 154. Man. 5 13/16 blade, so just under 6 inches. The handle is in maple Richlight. So Richlight, paper micarta type material. Interesting milling. It almost appears like wood grain. And then the black G10 rear bolster. You got a brass anodized kind of collar there. Even got, those aren't liners. Those are cutouts in the Richlight for the G10. I mean, it works like that, but it really works like that. Superb knife. If you want to buy a new one of these, you can. You just have to pony up $340 web retail. Your price for this one, just $225, like it is. Next up, one more fixed blade. This one is from Spyderco, and as usual, the box is all tore up because these never open right. Anyway, we have the Enough 2 in K390 with a full spider edge. What a squared away package this is. Now, if you do your outdoorsmanship in a dry climate, this may be of interest to you because K390 will rust. You got a beautiful molded sheath, nicely riveted. You got a J-clip and a leather retention strap. Here's the knife. Full spider edge, K390, 0 patina. 4-inch blade, 4 1/16 handle with teal Volcano Grip FRN scales. Yep. Nice run of jimping, very effective. Great all-purpose outdoorsman's knife. The Enough 2 in teal K390 and a spider edge. This knife is available new from your favorite web Spyderco dealer for $217. How about we just run this at $140? Like it is. No need to sharpen. The Enough 2 in K390 from Spyderco. Next up, we're heading for Titusville. We have one from the Farm and Field Tool line of Great Eastern Cutlery. A 21 Bullbuster model 215119er in orange Delrin. You betcha. Closed length 4 5/8. The blade is a single drop point with about an 8 pull. Some very slight patina through the belly and the tip area. 1095 steel. Walk and talk are beautiful. I'm going to call that centering close. I think it favors the bottom side as you're looking at it. Near mint in tube. Let's see. Let's go 140 on this one. 160 if you'd like it with my edge. The 21 Bullbuster from Great Eastern Cutlery. Next up, more GEC awesomeness. This one is a Northfield Unexcelled premium pocket knife. Model number 661225. The 66 Little Cowboy. Covered in amber worm groove India bone with satin blades. A super sweet Sunday go to meeting boys knife. It is an equal end, opposite end serpentine jack. Lined and pinched nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, corset shield, and gorgeous worm groove India bone. The main clip point blade has a cut swedge and a long pull. Rides on a cam tang. About a 7 pull and beautiful cam tang walk and talk. The secondary blade is a rather large pen for the size of the knife. The blades congress beautifully. There is 0 rub. The condition will be near mint in tube. They're out of stock, of course. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $199 and $257. Let's offer this one to you for $160 like it is. $185. I sharpened both blades. The 66 Little Cowboy from Great Eastern. Next up, we have Benchmade going on in a blue box. It is the model number 593 BK, the PSK Personal Survival Knife. Look at that. Beautiful, sort of a modified Anso pattern 3D machine G10. OD green on the back. The bolster area is gray. All the hardware is black oxide coated, including the ambidextrous tip-up deep carry butterfly embossed clip. You'll notice there's a spine safety on this knife, which means it's an axis assist. Touch the thumb stud and out she flies. The blade is in CPM MagnaCut, and this is a first production PSK, a gorgeous sort of speckly black Cerakote, 3 milled, I guess, fuller segments, right? Gorgeous drop point blade. The blade is 3 3/8 inches in length. The handle's 4 15/16. It almost has the proportions of the mini. Oh shoot! I mean, you guys remember the big old knife? I don't know. Let's see. Lockup, dead rock solid. Spring action, pretty good. Centering, beautiful. It's like new in the box. It is available from your favorite Benchmade retailer. Actually, they're getting kind of thin. Very few websites have any left. There is a new carbon fiber version that's way more expensive. Let's see. These have a Benchmade map price or web retail of $400. We're going to offer you this one, though. Like new in box. $240 like it is. $265 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That is the 593 BK PSK first production run in MagnaCut. It's the Rob's pick tonight. Next up, another blue box Benchmade. This is the 940 BK-03 Osborne. I think it's sort of the latest in the 940 line. The handles are hard anodized aircraft aluminum in burnt copper. Black hourglass standoffs. Black oxide coated ambidextrous tip up split arrow clip as God intended it. You got an axis lock mechanism. The blade is a tumbled DLC in CPM MagnaCut. 3 7/16 blade, 4 7/16 handle. Rock solid lockup. Blade rides on phosphor bronze washers. Drops free. And it's so perfectly centered. Condition will be like new in box. This model is currently available new at your favorite Benchmade retailer for $300 web retail. Let's go $220 on this one. $245 if you like it with my edge on it. The 940 BK-03 in burnt copper and MagnaCut from Benchmade. Next up, another one from Benchmade. It's just a 940 Osborne. The OG green hard anodized aircraft grade aluminum scales. Purple titanium backspacer. The black oxide coated Emerson style clip on this one. Axis lock mechanism. Look at that. Rides on phosphor bronze. Eminently flingable. Lockup dead rock solid. Centering. That's awful close to perfect, if not perfect. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle's 4 7/16. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. The OG 940 currently available for a web retail price of $240 brand new. How about on this one we go $175 like it is. $195 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available. The Benchmade 940 Osborne. Next up, we got one from ZT. It is the ZT0308 KVT flipper in Coyote G10 with a 20 CV blade. Oh, yeah. 3D machining on scale and frame. Ambidextrous tip up. Pocket clip, steel inserted titanium frame lock, very robust pivot. You got a flipper, you got ball bearings, KVT ball bearings. That 20 CV blade is 3 3/4 inches in length. It is a stunner. The handle's 5 1/4. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Free swinger, perfectly centered. Like new in box. I found 2 websites. I think it was DLT and Knife Ship Free. One had these on sale for $260. The other had them for $270. I think they were over $300 for a long time. In light of those sale prices, we're going to price this one. I think the lowest we ever have for a like new in box condition, $308. Your price for this one, $210. Shipped priority mail, $235 with my edge, the ZT0308. That's a buy. Next up, we have a Microtech. Yes, we do. It is the model number 1703M-11APBL. It's the Hera 2 Mini Single Edge in blue with an apocalyptic blade. So about the same size as the UTX-85. The Hera 2 is just a little dressier. Gorgeous scalloped handle. Beautiful ambidextrous milled titanium pocket clip with ceramic ball for retention. Build date on this one, hard to read, but it is May of 2025. Spine-mounted button. I'm going to call it medium soft. Great movie night fidgeter. Drive your wife crazy. There's your apocalyptic and satin blade. Combo edge. Gorgeous little clip point. Blade steel is M390MK. 2 7/8 blade. 3 15/16 handle. Very efficient blade to handle ratio, I gotta say. For an OTF. That is a fun little knife, guys. Like new in box. Available new for $269 web retail. Let's go $200 on this one. $225 with an Apostle P edge. The Hera 2 in blue from Microtech. Next up, we got another Microtech. This is so much fun. Wait till you see it. Microtech. It is an MSI single edge tri-grip with the polymer handle, of course, bazooka camo handle, blade, and hardware. Model number 210T-1 PMB0C-X9Z10. Whoa. Wait till you see it. I love the MSI, and that's just flippin' cool. Are you kidding me? Yeah. So, tri-grip polymer handle, bazooka camo everywhere. Born date, I think you can see, there you go, is, doggone, I forgot to write it down. I think that says 8 of 25. Ram lock mechanism. Opens with a hole. Look at that. Blade steel is M390 MK. The blade length is 3 15/16. The handle is 5 1/16. It is superb in the hand. You guys already knew that. Ball bearing pivot, rock solid ram lock lockup, free swinging blade, perfectly centered, ambidextrous tip up deep carry clip. Like new in box, available new for $229 web retail. Good luck finding them. I don't expect them to be around long. Your price for this one, all in, shipped priority mail, $170, $195 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is most certainly available if it's one of the first three. Gorgeous. Next up, guys, we have something very special from Hinderer. Very special, and I don't say that very often. The knife inside the box is an Eclipse 3.5 hollow ground slicer in S45, tri-way pivot, working finish with a titanium horsehead scale and working finish hardware. Oh my. Come on, Becky. Oh, look at that. How stunning is that? Even the horsehead scale has a working finish, but you can see the peaks are kind of burnished. That's so just beautiful. Right hand tip up, tip down clip in titanium. It is a flipper. Bearings are installed. Oh, look at that. So beautifully ground. That's a good looking blade, guys. A 3 9/16 blade, 4 3/4 handle. There is your lockup on your steel inserted frame lock. Oh yeah. Bang on. Fingers on lock bar, still opens. No death lock. Everything beautiful, like new, in box. I believe my consignor ordered this from Hinderer. Kind of a custom shop knife. The price was $660 with that scale. Your price for this one, $495 like it is, $520 with an ApostleP edge. The Hinderer 3.5 slicer, all titanium horsehead. Next up, we have a plastic bag with a zipper. It is a genuine Hinderer accessory part. It is a textured titanium scale in battle bronze for the Project X knife. There you go. Standard Hinderer milling. Gorgeous battle bronze. Maker's mark on the inside. Looks like it was installed. I see a little bit of a bearing track. But near mint and baggy. Want to buy a new one of these? They're not in stock, but if they were, I believe this would cost you $225. This one can be yours, $140 all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. Next up, I just showed you a titanium scale for a Project X, didn't I? Well, in this box, we have a Project X in Magna Cut, clip point blade, tri-way pivot, working finish on the handle, and a stonewash blade and a purple G10 scale. Really? It do have a purple G10 scale. The Project X is a pretty cool knife. Super simple disassembly. It does have the modular backspacer system. And this has got the little, what is that, a little armorer's tool? I think it might manipulate some of the hardware on the knife. I believe it does. Trying to remember how you get that out of there. There's a trick to it that I don't know. Anyway, it comes out. Internal stop pins on this one. Look at that sexy thing. a rather high flat grind and rather thin behind the edge in MagnaCut. The blade length on the Project X is 3 5/8. The handle's 5 inches. It is a titanium frame lock with steel insert. Runs the tri-way pivot. Bearings installed. Hinderer lock bar stabilizer. So I think that goes back. There. There it goes. Oh, you might be able to open your beer bottle too, maybe. There. Anyway. Lockup is solid. Centering is perfect. Action's perfect. Now you're also going to get a free genuine Hinderer orange G10 scale. And if you're really, of course, feeling crazy, you could just buy the titanium one too, if you wanted. That is not included with the knife. Anyway, the Project X is out of stock. When it was new, you could have bought this knife for $500 web retail. And then this scale would have run you $65, so you'd have $565 all in. Well, let's do the whole shooting match for $450, $475 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Project X in purple and MagnaCut from Hinderer. Next up, Spidey time. We have inside a native 5 in brown G10 with a 15V blade. I'm not sure what the relationship is here between Spyderco and the 15V native 5 with the brown scales, but we got a little co-brand with Big Brown Bear. Somebody comment, what was his involvement in this exclusive? I don't know. I know it's a super sweet knife. All native 5, bushing pivot, mid-lock, gorgeous brown or flat dark earth G10. Beautiful stonewash on that 15V, by the way. 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Rock solid lockup. Pretty free till it hits the back spring. Beautiful centering. Four-way pocket clip. Near mint to like new in box. Currently available for $225 web retail. They will not be here long, I don't think. Your price for this one, a like new in box, perfect example. $175 like it is $200 with an ApostleP edge. The Spyderco Native 5 in brown and 15V. Next up, we have some tactile knives, 2 of them, neither one of which are models I've had in my hand. The first one comes in a pouch instead of the cute little box. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. The knife is the Archer. Feathered style titanium handle, MagnaCut blade, born April of 24. What an elegant pocket knife. I say that titanium has a little gunmetal blue tinge to it. Must have an anno. It's gorgeous. Notice the feather, the very fine feather milling on this knife. Nice looking gear pattern backspacer with the tactile maker's mark. Milled titanium right-hand tip-up pocket clip, steel inserted titanium frame lock. Slim handle. Great flipping action. Kind of a straight spine. Blade with a beautifully milled hole. A high flat grind, thin behind the edge. CPM MagnaCut is your blade steel. Your blade length is 3 3/8. Handle is 4 13/16. So kind of a larger, longish handle given the blade size. Did I measure that right? I think I did. I'll do it again. 3 3/8 just doesn't sound right. That is what it is. It's a little deceiving to the eye. Anyhow, there's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Action is free. Blade is perfectly centered. Like new in box. This knife is out of stock. When it was available, it was $5.99 web retail. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $414 and $450 for similarly configured handles, right? This one, $400 like it is, $425 with my edge on that Magna Cut blade. That's the Archer from Tactile and a beautiful pocket knife. Next up is our other Tactile, which I have not seen one of. Look at that box, guys. It's the Mariner 2, designed by one Robert Terzuola. The Mariner 2, titanium scales, Magna Cut blade, assembled by Rusty in July of 24. Here be the knife. What a handsome devil that is. Kind of a dark wash titanium. One little tiny little blemish in the ano right by my thumb. Tiny. Very elegant milled titanium right-hand tip-up pocket clip. It's a Terzola, so it opens with a disc. It does ride on ball bearings. That sort of modified sheep's foot blade is in Magna Cut. 3 inches is your blade length. 4 1/8 is your handle length. It's a stainless steel liner lock, though, not titanium frame lock. Interesting. Rock solid lockup. And blade centering perfection. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. I don't know if that little blemish was there when it was new or not, but it's tiny. You can just barely see it. Web retail for these in stock new are $429. Let's do $300 on this one. $325 if you like it with my edge. That's the Mariner 2 from Tactile. Next up, it's ProTech time. Inside the box, we have the model number INT101 TR3 Integrity manual button lock folder, black hard anodized aluminum handle, right-hand tip-up deep carry clip. It is a button lock, but it's not an auto. Opens with thumb studs, rides on ball bearings. Nice detent for a button lock, too, by the way. Beautiful centering. Rock solid ProTech lockup. You have a delicious swedged drop spear in S35VN, I believe it is. 3 3/8 inches of blade, 4 5/8 inches of handle. I marked the centering as very, very close. You might call it perfect. This model is available new for $225 web retail. We will offer you this one at $170, like it is. $190 with an ApostleP edge. The TR3 Integrity from ProTech. And that'll bring us to the last knife in tonight's sale, and it's a doozy. Be nice, says McNeese. The knife inside the box is the Mac 2 3.5 with the matte blue titanium handle. The COA says it's got a 3.5-inch blade, Magna Cut steel titanium handle, stainless hardware, made in 2023. Here's the knife. Smooth, tumbled, blue titanium. The pocket clip, right-hand tip up, titanium. The blade opens with thumb studs and is, of course, in Magna Cut. The blade length, 3 7/16. The handle, 4 1/4. Did you hear that? That is some serious blade to handle ratio. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous clip point blade. Big swedge. Sort of an acid stone wash. rock solid lockup. That is not a steel inserted lock bar. They must have done it the old-fashioned way with carburization, because there's like no slip, no stick. Beautiful action on the ball bearings, perfect blade centering. Like new inbox. This model would be $535 web retail. I think I found one just like it somewhere. Your price for this one, $395 like it is, $420 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available. That is the Mac 2 3.5 in blue and Magna Cut for McNeese. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you soon.